Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Joan Hayes, and on this little watercolor piece, I'm starting out with a wet on wet, working with some magnesium green and some tan Jean from Holbein, and just doing a base um, wash to get the outline of my piece. I wet both sides of the paper to keep it quite saturated. And it's a very limited palette with this one. I'm working with magenta, the magnesium green, gray on gray, and some Payne's gray. And with this one, I start out wet on wet, and then I take my fan brush, which I'm using pretty much primarily in this piece, and working quite dry with the gray on gray, and that's from Holbein as well. I come back in with the magnesium green, again working very dry with the fan brush only, and just kind of meshing it together. And then I, start to work towards the foreground. As you can see, very little water on this piece. I start to add in my magnesium green, and a little bit of the Payne's gray is added to that to get a little softer tone on that. I come back in with the gray on gray just to keep that soft feel of the piece. I fan it out. The fan brush is great in this piece because I'm wanting that misty morning waterway look, and just continuing to add little bits of the Payne's gray. I introduce the magenta into the piece with a little bit of Payne's gray. And I'm keeping this one simple like I always do. And just trying to incorporate the colors in the background with the foreground to get some continuity in the piece and not have it too rigid. I want it to be atmospheric, and again, continuing to work dry here. So with this piece, the concept is, working with the fan brush as best I can, primarily, and seeing how I can manipulate the paint with just that fan brush, using um, another brush here or there, but really 99% of the piece was with the fan brush. So, it's an easy piece to try, just layering and working wet on wet, and then heading into just overlaying with the dry. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe. And I hope it encourages you to pick up a paintbrush and give it a try yourself. Look forward to seeing you in the next painting. Have a great day.